Has Rupert Murdoch been getting Jobkeeper? Has News Corporation in Australia, the non-tax-paying, the zero tax-paying sponger on the public purse, have these guys been picking up Jobkeeper? Because their coverage of Jobkeeper is particularly suspicious. Even the Fin Review, which never met a billionaire it didn't adore, which never met a big company it didn't like, unless it was just about to fail. Even the Fin Review's coverage of Jobkeeper has been excellent, because this week in Parliament, Rex Patrick, the Independent, and the Labor Party are both still trying to push through an amendment which would see Jobkeeper made public. Now, at stake here is the biggest transfer of wealth in Australian history. There's almost $100 billion have been transferred from ordinary taxpayers like you and I, from the public to large corporations. Now, some of them did need it, and some small businesses did need it. It was a good measure for the time. But why is it a secret? Why did $9,000 per man, woman and child in this country go to corporations, many of which didn't need this money? We've seen Brett Blundy, a billionaire whose companies produce diamond-encrusted necklaces, lives in Monaco. His company, Lavisa, got it. We've seen the King's School, the oldest, richest school in Australia. It got Jobkeeper. We've seen Royal Sydney Golf Club, the most elite golf club in Australia, pick up Jobkeeper, to the disgust of some of its members, who we know and we've spoken to. Josh Frydenberg, however, is going into bat for his business lobby donors, and he is pulling out all stops, including prompting the Murdoch press to oppose transparency on Jobkeeper. And then there's Rupert, of course. Now, we've asked News Corporation, we put in questions on 2 occasions. Did you or any of your associates apply for or pick up Jobkeeper? Now, their line on this is to completely stonewall, despite being a media organisation, and refuse to respond to people. I worked there for 8 years. They should be responding to legitimate public interest questions from the media. So the question is, are they compromised here? Did they receive Jobkeeper? Now, the Herald has just done, the Sydney Morning Herald and Age have just done a survey. 90% of people in Australia want Jobkeeper not only revealed but paid back if companies made a profit. The government has literally given $13 billion of this money away to companies whose sales actually rose. Much of it went to companies making record profits. Dividends were raked out to shareholders. Executive bonuses were splashed around. This is a giant stain on the reputation of business in Australia. Crony capitalism has already got a bad enough name. The government is corrupted by money from large corporations. This will not go away unless there is reform, unless there is public disclosure about who got it. Now, we know from very good sources that foreign multinational companies operating here in Australia receive Jobkeeper as well. This is wrong. It needs to be disclosed. And until it is disclosed, the business lobbyists have been ducking for cover, except for good old AI Group and Innes Willix, who's been running around trying to justify it, saying that, if it is disclosed, then employees should probably have to pay it back because it went to employees. It did not go to employees. It went to the company's bottom line. It went straight to profit. This enormous transfer of wealth, the greatest in Australian history from poor to rich, will remain a stain on the reputation of business unless business leaders themselves step up and disclose and force the government to disclose who received Jobkeeper. The government chased the poorest Australians so hard that many of them committed suicide in the robo-debt saga. Just recently, it's been compelling the unemployed $32 million worth going to jobless Australians for them to pay this money back. Where is it on the wealthiest institutions in Australia? Where is the action? If the national ethos is a fair go, if it really is a fair go, as these Liberal Party and coalition people claim all the time, where is the fair go? when it comes to Jobkeeper. Like this video if you'd like to see transparency in government, because we're going to keep batting away for transparency in national affairs. Unlike Australia's biggest media organisations, unlike billionaires such as Gerry Harvey, Brett Blundy, Solomon Lew, we didn't ask for and we didn't receive Jobkeeper, but you, the community, can support us here on Patreon.